Hello everyone, welcome to my channel here at Nene's Prepping Kitchen. We are going to be doing a Depression era pantry meal today. And so what could it possibly be? It's going to be things that you have in your pantry hopefully already. We're going to use 1 can of tuna, some canned milk, and some butter. Now hopefully you would have butter to do this because you have to make a roux first, but we are going to be making creamy tuna over toast. Now back in the day when they didn't have much, and this was something that they went to as a meal, and hey, it filled the tummy, right? So let's get started with our creamy tuna over toast. You can get the camera down there. And I'm going to turn my flame on here. I'm going to start out with a half a stick of butter. So right here I have my half a stick of butter. I think I'm going to, because I just pulled the butter out of the freezer, I'm going to cut it up a little bit so it will melt. I'll probably turn my flame down so I don't burn the butter, but we're going to go ahead and let that butter melt down in the pan, and we'll make our roux and make it into tuna over toast. Now if you want to make more, you can add more butter to make more roux, which will make more of your creamy tuna. So I've got this butter here and it is beginning to melt. So I want to make sure it's all melted before I add the flour into it. So we'll get that melted and get with the rest of the program. So I guess while that is melting, I could take my can opener and open my can of tuna up. And yes, I have the old time handheld can opener, because if you don't have power, you can't use your electric can opener, right? So I'll get busy to opening up this real quick. Okay, I open the can and I drain the juice off of it. And my butter is about melted. I'm going to turn that flame down a little bit more. Grab my flour. And I'm going to have to kind of guess at this just a little bit. Have 1 tablespoon here. I'm just going to stir it around. And grab me another tablespoon. And that looks about right. You just want to mix that up real good. Now, I'm going to open up my can of evaporated milk here. I like this. It has the can opener on the other end. Make sure I keep that stirred. Okay, now I have a cup of water. I'm going to fill that up till I get to about 2 cups. And I'm going to change over to my whisk, and we're going to begin making our cream sauce here. Now you can use this for white sauce gravy over biscuits without the tuna, or if you add chicken to it. But right now we are going to be making the cream tuna. So I'm just going to make sure to get this whisk. Now you want to add your milk gradually, and it will start to thicken up. So just continue to get that all mixed up right in there. And it's starting to thicken up a little bit here. If it gets too thick on you, just add a little bit more of your milk. But this makes a really great thing to eat when you're depending on things off your pantry. Okay. And just continue to stir it until it thickens up. And I'm going to grab my salt and pepper. I'm going to put some salt and pepper in it. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of pepper in there. And some salt. And this is thickening up quite nicely. So when it gets thickened up to where you want it to be, you don't want it too thin or too thick, and that's going to depend on the amount of milk you put in it. I had my can of tuna here, and my cat's probably going to go crazy smelling the tuna. He was earlier. Okay, we're just going to mix that tuna right in there with your gravy. And that looks like it is done. I'm going to shut that off. Oh yeah, it smells pretty darn good. So, let me see if you can see this. I'm going to pot holder because that is very hot. But there you have some creamed tuna over toast. I'm going to go pop some toast in the toaster. Now, if you didn't have power, you know, I think you could take some bread and put it on top of some heat. You know, if you have gas to cook with, or, you know, you can make your toast that way. I'll be right back with the toast. Now, some people like to add peas to it. My husband's not a big fan of peas, but this here is peas and carrots. Or you can put maybe some peas on the side. But I'm not going to put this in. But hey, if you like peas or peas and carrots, go ahead. It's however you want to make it. Toast is done. Time to serve it up. A plate of creamed tuna over toast. Now I bet you could even do this over maybe biscuits. But this here is very good if you like tuna. Not everyone likes tuna. I understand that. But this is a Great Depression era meal. I'm going to go serve it up to the hubs. Hey, if you like the video, make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. This is a great SHTF thing to put together from your pantry. So, anyway, guys, until next time, toodaloo, God bless. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.